Yes, because it's extremely dangerous. Yeah, because you could fall off at any moment, and you have to steer maybe a 1,200-pound animal, 1,200-pound animal over jumps that you have no control over really, because it has a brain of its own, not like a machine. And it can slip and fall on you, and then it can just stop and throw you into the jump. Or it could just be fresh and buck or rear and throw you off the back. It's pretty dangerous. Oh yeah, you have to be physically fit. You're a little fat, you're falling off pretty easy. It's an Olympic sport. Most of our Olympic riders are in their 30s and 40s, so it takes a lot of time and practice, I think, to get to that level.
Hello, my name is Marcia Gramavani. Everyone who thinks horseback riding isn't a real sport is wrong. Dead wrong. It's a sport because it's in the Olympics #1, and I would like to see a lot of people try to get on a 1,500-pound animal and jump around a course of jumps. It takes a lot of memory to be able to remember all the jumps. You have to be physically fit to be able to ride a horse. I usually run on the treadmill a lot, and horseback riding's helped me with track. It's really hard because it's not just like if you're a tennis player, you just take a tennis racket out of the closet and you go play tennis with your friends. You have to get the horse out of the field or out of the stall, tack it up, make sure all its shoes are on, and then you have to go out in the ring and possibly lunge it if it's hyper. Usually the morning of a horse show, we have to wake up at 4:30, which is really early. Earlier than a lot of people wake up for like a soccer or tennis match. Sports is about sacrifice, and horseback riding is a sport because I've had to sacrifice a lot for it. If that means not being able to go to dances with my friends because of a horse show, or not being able to stay out late because I have a lesson the next day. I've been riding for 5 years. Through that amount of time, people think horseback riding isn't a contact sport, when it really is when you hit the ground. When you're on a 1,500-pound animal that has a mind of its own, sometimes crazy things can happen. Honestly, I can't even count the amount of times I've fallen off.
I'm Katie Strickland, and I am a horseback rider. I've been riding since I was 8 years old. And if you want to know if horseback riding is a sport, all you have to do is look at these guns. You're riding 1,000-pound and up animals, and not only is it you riding the horse, you're actually the personal trainer of another animal. So, I mean, basically, you're part of a team, you and your horse.
My name is Barbara Grubbs, and it's a sport because just like baseball or gymnastics, it takes balance, it takes an eye and distance, and it takes a lot of practice, a lot of stamina. So it definitely is a sport, even though it's judged, and sometimes it's not judged. It's on speed and error. And it takes a lot of strategy. And it's actually trying to make something like the horse do what you want it to do with all the athleticism there is to go along with it, rider and horse. All I can say is it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of responsibility also with it. So it's not just putting on your running shoes, it's dressing the horse, dressing yourself, everything. There is so much involved in it. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice.
If NASCAR can be a sport, anything can be a sport.
Comfort, comfort, what do you run for?